You're now listening to a RattHaus production podcast. For more podcasts like this, head to RattHaus.net. Hey, you guys, and welcome. Damn, Jose's got a fat ass head. Welcome to Comics After Dark for the real comic fan. I'm your host, TIFFANI, also known as Matt the Rat, and as always.
Hi, Mike.
Tiffany.
I killed me. How you guys doing today? Really?
What?
The alcohol just brought out the meh in everybody?
No. It's actually made it a little better.
Yeah.
Well, you guys had bad weeks or something? What's going on?
Just normal week.
I have to go to college this week.
Oh,
I'm starting college.
Oh, no.
no. Watch that Larry Crown movie to get you through it. Go get a scooter.
Oh, but I did make the U.S. team on FIFA 18.
Well, I was supposed to have a longboard, but...
Someone messaged me in a non-priority message.
Do you hear how that didn't make sense right now? That's because it
Well,
didn't
if it
make
wasn't
sense.
priority.
No. Listen to what he said. Go ahead, repeat it again.
Message me on a non-priority message.
So basically, because I messaged him through Slack, he said that he didn't get the message till way later on. Even though we all agreed on
Slack is for business, not for asking for longboards.
Yeah.
That was business. He told me to remind him. I reminded him. He didn't specify where.
No.
He didn't specify where.
It's for official company business.
That was official company business.
Well, how's that official company
Because
business?
I need to make money for the company, which is why I'm going to college to make more money so I can put it into the company. That's the way it works.
Just suck it up for a week. You get it next week.
I can't suck it up for a week. I got to run over to my class now.
Oh, well, get the exercise.
There you
Get
go.
rid of that dad bod.
I already exercise every day. This guy needs to get rid of dad bod, if anything.
Look, I already went to college for 16 years. I don't need to hear you bitching
I
about
don't
it.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
You did not go to college for 16 years.
Oh, 15, sorry.
Did you really?
Yeah, I took my sweet time. I enjoyed it.
Okay, I was like, why don't
I don't
you have
wanna
like a
hear about you
PhD or
trying
anything?
Whatever.
I took one class a semester and that's it.
I don't need to. I fought for freedom. I'm good.
Yeah, I only use a board when I'm going to classes. Besides, they give you a ticket if you do in the campus.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's LA Trade Tech. I don't think they care that much.
No. LA officers are assholes. They'll ticket you for anything.
I've never gotten ticketed by.
Never say never is always the first thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, well, I don't listen to Justin Bieber, so I don't fucking care. Let's go ahead. Let's get it.
It's funny how you knew who that was from.
Yeah.
Though. So
It was a
how
movie.
you-
It
how
was
do you-
promoted.
So
I
you
know
watched
movies.
the movie?
No, I know commercials.
So you know Justin Bieber.
So you're a believer.
Yes, I know Justin Bieber. I know Justin
You're a
Bieber. We
believer.
hang out.
He's a believer.
We hang
That's
out.
a believer.
We
You know
drink.
his stuff.
You know what? This is why I didn't choose a comic this week, because everybody would just jump on me. I don't understand what's going on, man. But neither do I. I'm reading it with you guys.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
And then that.
This is what makes it fun.
All right, Despacito, you're up.
I don't even know if I can do it anymore after that. I can't get it up. All right, let's go ahead.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Is this a common problem that happens with you? I made
Go see
sure.
a doctor.
Sorry, there was things I was about to say. So, Archer and Armstrong, number 1, The Vault of Spirits. It's
what
from
publisher?
Valiant Comics. So, this is really interesting.
Okay.
As you can tell from that, I like the comics. So basically,
He only had one sip of beer.
I know. Buzz. That happened to us at Rocio's birthday.
I know. It's like, dude.
I might puke after this, just as it might be at like 12 at night though.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, not around.
Not during.
so basically, we go back to like the times of Noah, and basically they portray him as just this crazy person that built a boat, and
But that's how he was, a crazy person.
he's like, everybody said I was crazy that there was a voice, but look it came. And when he leaves, he sees Armstrong there, but he is Aram the Strong. So that's his name back in that
Question:
day.
Was he like drunk as well as he's yelling that? Because he sounded like all slurry
Noah?
and stuff.
Yeah, basically. And on top of it, he's like, everything survived the flood except for the unicorns, but nobody's gonna miss those. And you just see a dead unicorn carcass in the corner, and he's like, those things are ravaged as hell. So from there, basically, Noah allows Armstrong, or Aram the Strong, and his brother to farm on his land and help him out.
Yeah.
Well, they make a whole bunch of wine, and they're gonna make a lot of money, right?
Of course.
Except for the fact that Noah's crazy and stupid. And when they go to check the vault for all the wine, it is all gone but one bottle. And Noah has drank all of it. And he's like naked, just spread eagle, like, this is so great, isn't it? And Armstrong was like, this is stupid, no. So every year that Armstrong has been alive, he tries to keep a bottle of wine. And he ended up buying some land in America, back when like you could buy land for like $25 for an acre, and builds this crazy fucking.
Wait a minute, we're back in time with Noah, but yet there was an America at that time?
No. This
I'm
is
very confused.
Okay, so real quick, Armstrong.
the story very well.
Armstrong is basically he's this guy that just can't die. Like he lives throughout these.
So we're in the future now.
Now we're in the future,
Wait,
and then Archer. So Archer is this like assassin, but he worked for essentially the Christian church. So he like, if you cuss in front of him, he's like a virgin. He's like, no, my virgin ears, but he's willing to massacre and murder the fuck out of you. So that's Archer and Armstrong.
In the name of God, that's why
In
they
the
did
name-
it. That's why. So it's not technically.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Style, kind of.
Kind of, but it's more like if you're shooting at me, it's not in the name of God. It's just, I'm gonna kill you. So, but Armstrong always tricks Archer into like killing people and be like, it's in the name of God, buddy, go do it. And it's really not most of the time. It's fucking great.
You're like, I told Jesus, take the wheel. And he took it.
He fucking took it.
So with that, one of the key plots is that when Noah's talking to Armstrong, he's basically tells him like, hey, all this land is going to be my kids. All this wine is going to help to raise my kids. Even I think it wasn't Cain, but it was
Abel?
Canaan.
Cain.
Yay for underage drinking.
No, isn't Cain C.A. just Cain?
It's still same pronunciation, bro.
Yeah, but isn't Cain dead? Or is Abel dead?
It's the Cain and Abel story, but we're talking here about a different fellow.
No, because it's Noah. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
you're also
That would've been
in a
years and
different
years
time
ago.
realms
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah. So how do you spell Cain? That's how you spell Cain? Canaan?
No.
No.
That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Is that Noah
Sound
saying
it out.
Cain?
Go.
Cain?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Whatever. Okay, so basically, like this money's gonna go to the.
We're not professional in any kind of religion.
and nor
at all.
nor can we ever read names in general, so it's all good.
No.
Maybe it's just me. But basically, all this is going to go to my son.
Waffle biscuit.
And then we go into the future where Armstrong basically says one day out of the year, we get to go into this futuristic vault that has just wine from all
Everywhere.
the centuries and all the years. I think one of the bottles was as old as like 4002.
Yeah.
Damn, I would like to try that.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah. So,
like dust?
but in that being said,
You just keep stirring it.
excuse me. I like how that came out randomly too.
That's how you actually pronounce the name.
Armstrong.
How do I type that?
Armstrong's brother comes out of the vault and he's like, yeah, he's here to protect all the wine. And it's like, you just keep him in here? And he's like, yeah, whatever. And just continues on.
Your job is to secure the wine. All right.
So they're only allowed to like sip a little bit of the wine. There's only so much that's allowed to be used, or like an alarm goes off. And come to find out,
There's a fire. I need my one.
there's an assassin there, and he's basically, it's the Brotherhood of Kanana, whatever.
Cain.
It's not Cain. I swear to God, it's not Cain.
You'll just go by as Cain.
Cain. Is it Cain? Cain.
Cain.
We've spent way too much time on that.
We'll just call him Cain for now.
Cain. It's the signal. So they break in and they're basically like, he wants his wine back, and he's like, and because of you, we've had an entire life of bad luck. And he's like, not really. Like, if anything, that's your fault. Like, why do you keep doing bad shit? Maybe you should just go do something good. And he's like, really? So you're telling me I could weave my own destiny? And like, yeah. And the vault's closing and Faith comes in and grabs Armstrong and leaves the other dude. So now he's trapped in there for an entire fucking year. So basically he's gonna fucking die. And this is an ongoing fucking thing that has happened throughout the years, where someone tries to come in, they break in, they think they could steal shit, alarm goes off, they get trapped for a year, it's fucking dead. So there's skeletons everywhere. So that was it. It was all about just Armstrong wanting to get drunk with his friends, and that's the end of it.
Well then.
It's a weird religious twist, like comic.
And it's great too, because throughout the whole thing, like Armstrong's like, I'm not trying to be funny, but funny shit keeps happening.
Does Valiant usually go into these kind of weird stories, or this is like his first?
Sometimes, because you have like Ivar the Time Walker, and that definitely went back in time and did stuff like that.
But in a religious route, or is that now a new thing? Because like Boom is now doing Judas with his religion. Now Valiant's doing this. Is it their first time doing this, or?
No, they I mean, like making fun of it, maybe, but it's not a.
So it's kind of like Drunk History, but with religion.
With this particular one, yeah. Well, that's exactly what Armstrong says. Is like they're like, hey, like, you know, well, so you met like Jesus and all this, and he's like, all those stories are heavily fucking over exaggerated. It's like playing telephone. By the time you actually get the story now, it's been fucking twisted left and right. They're like, that's why Noah was just this stupid, crazy drunk that just so happened to get lucky once. And that's what his story is upon it. So yeah, but this is not like making fun of religion. No, this isn't a reoccurring thing. This is just
because even though like this year Easter is falling onto April Fool's Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
So it's like literally saying, Jesus, just kidding, I'm not dead.
Hey. Yeah, there you go.
Didn't get me this time.
That was it. Do I go into my second one, or go back around?
No. I'll do mine.
What'd you read, Mike?
I read.
I don't like it.
Get naked.
Get naked. Did you see that one?
Is it really called Get Naked?
No.
No, but there's one from it that came out. It's called Get Naked.
Yeah. It was from Image. It's called Twisted Romance by Katie Skelly and Alex DeCampi. It was 1 out of 4. I'm assuming it's based during the fucking 70s because the cocaine's everywhere.
Yeah, it's like they go into a freaking club.
You guys read it together?
No, we just coincidentally read it.
Seems to be a lot of coincidences. You guys reading the same comic.
Well, I saw number 1, Twisted Romance.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this? Is it like
I just read it because it actually caught my attention. So
that's why I kept thinking it, and it's not.
So the art is kind of weird. It kind of looks like kind of the abstract like 70s kind of style art kind of deal.
Like a child drew it.
Yeah. So pretty much just starts off a chick going to a private investigator, say, hey, my lord sent me to talk to you. My husband's cheating on this one chick. He owns a club with the hostess, and he's like, well, shit. All right, cool. All right, well, here, I'm gonna pay you. He's like, nah, go pay your lawyer. I want any ties with you and shit like that. So she goes. So he gets all fucking like leathered up with a leather jacket, fucking Terminator style sunglasses, right? Fucking walks in the club. He sees everybody, and they're playing like the classic disco shit and music, and you can see his I'm here to groove or some shit like that. And then all of a sudden he's looking around and he finds the chick and he realizes who it was. He's like, oh shit.
It's his wife.
He's like, this bitch is from my past. And it goes a little flashback of like the heinous shit they used to do. And
pretty much what they did was like
they cut people's hearts out and eat them.
They meet like these people that have money.
Yeah.
Get stuff written in their name and kill them.
Yeah.
After.
So yeah. So he goes back outside. Calls up the wife, like, hey, it's gonna get bad. He's gonna die tonight. And she's like, well, I want you to get rid of her by any means necessary. And he's like, all right, fuck it. And goes. And all of a sudden, another whole drug-filled sex montage. I mean, literally.
Yeah, he first gets high and drunk before he has to do what he has to do. And he's like snorting fucking cocaine off of someone's boob and shit.
Making out with a guy and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? And then so they actually notice each other. It's like, hey, you're here. Hey, come help me out. Let's do it like old times. He's like, no, that's not me anymore. I'm here to stop you. But I'm giving you a chance to get the fuck out. She's like, no, I'm going to get this done. And he's like, nope. So they start fighting. And then she's getting her ass kicked. And she's like, no, I leave. I promise. Like, nope. Fucking decapitates her. And
But we don't know what they are.
But we don't know what they
bleed
are.
black.
Yeah, they have black blood, so we don't know if they're some kind of fucking monster,
Some
a
immortal,
vampire, or
weird.
some shit. Yeah. So
Do you guys just feel maybe it was just drawn that way? Maybe the blood's just dark, or does it? Or
They have colors, so there's
there's color.
be a reason why they couldn't.
Because homeboy he has like on his chest too. It's
a
like
scar.
stitched out scar, so maybe his heart got pulled out. I don't know, but like eating someone's heart, it's like a main key for them. So,
Survive.
but it's issue 1 at the 4.
Okay. You guys like it?
I like it.
It's entertaining. I want to see what they are.
Yeah, I'm very curious what they are, but the whole fucking sniffing cocaine off the boob kind of
It
threw
was
me
pretty
off.
entertaining.
Not the way you do it though.
Well, back in those days.
It was like, what's it? Studio 54 vibe?
Studio 50, yeah, 55? 50,
Yeah,
some shit.
54,
Oh.
right?
Oh, you're older. What is it?
54.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they made a movie of it with like Austin Powers and that chick from Scream.
Oh, and also John Travolta in his white suit.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a
Studio 69.
that was a 70s
What is it?
movie.
Saturday
That
Night
is
Fever.
starting.
There you go.
What was it? Studio 69? No, that was the porno you watched, Mike. You're mistaking it.
He's like Boogie Nights. No, that's different.
No, Boogie Nights? No.
I see my name in lights and it says Turk Dingo. Tiffany, what'd you read, man?
I've read.
Other than apparently the same comic as Mike.
I read Snotgirl number 9.
Well, you've been reading Snotgirl since we were at KPFK.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it's Fairyland number 9 now that I think about this. It's
They
almost-
take forever. They either skip a couple of months and then.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I just recently had the same exact issue with a comic that I'm reading that I reviewed as well this week.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, oh, finally, what the fuck? But
Yeah,
I'll
so
talk
this
about
one's
it
like
later.
either like you get it a couple of times in the month or not at all for a few months. So pretty much Snotgirl and her friends go to a fashion convention. And she's all like, okay, I'm gonna go bed bunk it with Cool Girl, which she wants, but Cool Girl's all like, no, I'm gonna go bed bunk with your friend, and you go bed bunk with your other friend. So she gets pissed off.
Yeah, I was gonna say now bed bunk. Do they mean?
Yes, no, sharing rooms pretty much.
Okay.
So she goes in. She's so pissed off, and everyone's like over her drama. So they go to the hot tub without her. And
Snotgirl?
No. Yeah, they're fed up with Snotgirl the way she is. She's like, this is why we call you Snotty.
Damn, that's fucked up.
So she's like, whatever. She goes like puts a face mask on and gets ready for bed. But then all of a sudden, she realizes she doesn't have her allergy pills that her doctor prescribed to her. And she's like, oh no, I don't have one. Like I can't stop abruptly, or else like she's all like, wait, what are the symptoms? Hallucinations. So she sees this ghost who was in a fashion convention before, but she got killed.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm here. Is Rihanna here? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, Rihanna, why would Rihanna be here? She's not gonna be here, right? And she's all like, well, my killer's here.
Oh, sure.
So she's like, what the fuck? So later on, she runs into her ex, and her ex trying to like, pounce on that shit. What do you?
Speaking of pills,
Did I remind you to take your medications?
Continue.
So she gets upset and all this
cataracts.
stuff, and she goes back into her room. And her friends all like, oh, like my wedding is a sham. I have nothing planned or whatnot. So her and Lottie, the whole night start planning her presentation for her wedding and all that stuff. And then they pass out. Later on, she gets a call from her ex saying like, where are you? Where are you?
Yeah.
And then it goes to the next scene. That's a fan of Lottie that she met earlier, but she kind of like pushed her away because she was like overwhelmed with everything. She didn't want to deal with her, so the fan got pissed. But later on, she finds out that fan gets killed at the convention.
Oh, shit.
And that's where it ends.
What?
interesting.
Yeah. And she's like, was that me? Couldn't be me because like I'm here. I was here in my room all night.
Yeah.
Didn't take any medications, but yeah, I'm hallucinating. But
Man, death is just happening everywhere around Snotgirl, huh?
yeah. It's pretty
They
crazy.
need to take her ass in already. That's what it's gonna end with. Is her in a psych ward. I don't know what the fuck could happen.
Who knows? I mean, there's this cop in the story that's all in love with her. And he's kind of doing his
gonna murder
own
him.
investigations about her because he's really into her.
So you've been reading this for a long time now. Are you still satisfied with Brian Lee O'Malley's creation of Snotgirl?
Yeah. It's good. It's just like that stupid like teen girl drama that it's interesting. But then it also with murder.
It's all dilly dilly.
It's all dilly dilly.
Speaking of that, real quick.
Speaking about dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Diddly diddly. Hey, Tiffany, I think it's literally pointless for us to have that label on there just to have the top label.
Whatever.
That's
And on the back, too. Any way you twist it, we're fucked. Oh, well.
Well, you didn't give me a cup.
Aquí.
yeah.
Oh, right out my eye.
Nah,
On my
Yachty's nuts in your mouth. All right,
on my
so.
bad side of my eye that I'm losing vision, I can't see that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paid. Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's all good.
Me and him are blind. We don't have that peripheral vision anymore.
Shit. Tiffany, what? Bam! Pull.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I am like Rocky, where he's all like, "Do you see it? I see it now."
I see 3 of them. Hit the one in the middle.
Oh, God. All right, Patrick. What
I don't know. I think I might have to go last because Mike and I might geek out on this until you just end the show.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go crazy.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. So I also read I Hate Fairyland.
Whoop whoop.
that was actually pretty good.
Issue 16.
But that's all you.
Isn't it like ending though? Like you said, I think last week you said.
No, I guess not. I don't know. It didn't seem like it in this issue. You read it?
Yeah.
So basically, Gertrude goes to hell.
Yeah, she does.
And
She's already been there.
we'll get to that. So basically, Gertrude goes to hell. And when she goes to hell, you see all the people that she screwed over and killed.
Yeah, that
like
shit
the
was
first
funny.
kid. She's like, I'm your arch enemy. And she's like, oh.
Okay, clap.
And then he's like, wait, why aren't you surprised? It's like, that's like, you know, when like you see the villain and you find out that the villain was someone that the person previously knew. It's a twist with a twist that it's just expected.
And she's like,
well,
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, she's like, who cares?
I'll kill him again.
Yeah.
So then they bring back the queen. Like, what about her? He's like, nah. They bring back all the people she screwed over. She's like, none of this. Who cares?
She's pretty much living in her own hell. So what
Yeah,
can go
she's
worse?
like,
So Satan
Fuck
goes,
this.
okay, this is what I'm going to do. And she sends Gertrude home. She's like, oh my God, I'm home. And the family's there is like, hey, like, sweetie, you slept for 8 hours. It was just a dream. Let me go ahead.
The fuck?
Let me make this food for you. So she's like, keep eating. Keep eating. And she's like,
With
no.
their same mentality of being like older,
Parents. She's still a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but more aggressive and vulgar.
well, at this point, she's home, so she thinks it's all a dream, so it's all kind of thrown out the window. So, like, keep eating. She's like, no, I think I'm hungry. Like, this is just weird. Like, no, keep eating. And then they keep eating, and they, like, get all
Morph
fucking...
and
Yeah,
shit.
they're like that fat thing in Blade. Is bleh.
So like the Simpsons where he has Homer eat all
yeah.
those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, but more like almost like warty and
Yeah.
tumory. And then the devil's like, wait a minute, this can't be your hell because you want to go home. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna send you to your real hell, and then just sends him right back into fucking Fairyland. And she's like, no, fuck, and that's where the comic ends. But it seems like it actually time jumps back to where I don't know if the queen is now still alive because the queen is there with Gertrude. So I don't know if it has
If Devil
officially
gave her a
recycled.
second chance.
yeah, I don't know if it recycled to the point where like maybe she is gonna leave at the end of this, like we
knows?
said, or if it's basically like, all right, we're now this time is erased that what we've done to this point to Gertrude being able to leave. So maybe it's gonna go down a different direction. But yeah, it was
So it's
great.
kind of like starting over a bit.
Kind of,
much.
yeah. So like technically, we are now currently in the timeline back at issue 5.
It's round 2.
Yeah.
Fight.
So it's fucking great. Satan's weird too. He kind of looks like how you
Pronounced Satine.
Satine.
he looks like cosmic. He doesn't look like red or anything like. He looks cosmic. So he looks like as if you would imagine God, but still with, you know, that portrayal of like a cosmic energy back over to, you know, how you would typically see Satan with the horns and the big broad body. And I think I couldn't recall if he had goat legs or not.
He had
I don't
goat
think it
legs.
showed.
Yeah, he did.
But you know they
But he looks
made
all,
it cosmic and so it looked cool.
all
It looked
So
majestic.
he didn't look
Fuck.
anything like Tenacious D Devil.
exactly. Do I suggest picking it up? Yes, but I think at this point with I Hate Fairyland, you should probably start reading the whole thing, especially right now since they're.
I mean, you already have the
right
trades and everything, so it'll be easy for you.
Only 3 trades. Since
Yeah,
this is issue
so it's not
16.
that bad.
Yeah, it's great. Go ahead, pick it up.
Well, I read another one.
What'd you read?
How you pronounce it? Coyotes?
Coyotes.
Whatever.
I don't know where's the A?
Kayana.
Coyote?
Coyote.
Coyote.
There you go.
Can't-
You speak Beaner.
Yay! I can say coyote in Spanish.
Look at the when am I ever gonna fucking use this? She's in the middle of the desert. Coyote! I said it right.
No, when she's in the desert, she's like, Coyote, and it's gonna be a random guys that you need crossover.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you ever get
I
stuck
think
down
it'll
there, you need
be
to know how to say
very
it.
random if I'm ever at a desert because I'm so sensitive with sun.
At night,
Shit, so we can't
Desert
go
at night?
shooting then.
No. What, Zuza Canyon?
Just go out in the desert and just go pew pew.
You'll see me in the giant black umbrella.
She's gonna walk in, fucking looking goth like, and fucking have fucking
That's not my fault. I have no choice, okay?
fucking Depeche Mode, fucking playing behind her.
Anyways,
Let's kick that music back up, baby.
I read Coyotes.
Ow!
Number 4, and it's very,
You're not
very.
allowed to drink on the podcast anymore. You get violent. He threw something at
He
me.
hasn't even finished his beer.
And yet he's still throwing stuff at me.
I'm
But
always
isn't
violent.
he always like?
Kryptonite. Hey, it worked. Did you see him flinch?
Isn't he always throwing stuff at you, anyways, with or without beer?
No, he's not. He never throws. He
Well, last time he couldn't
He
because
acts
the
like he
baby was
gonna-
shielding you.
Yeah.
What do you got over there, Tiffany?
Go get the baby.
A protein thing. It has like sunflower seeds, planters nuts, and beef
I
jerky.
just realized I haven't eaten. That looks really good.
Use this one. The portable pack.
Yeah.
They're good. It's like, what's it? Ham jerky.
The enthusiasm behind it. It's good.
It's really good. Anyways.
Wait,
back
did you
to
just
my-
say ham jerky?
Yeah, it's ham jerky.
It's
Try
not
it.
fucking on point.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't. No, spank you. Thank you, though.
Anyways.
Jesus.
Anyways.
It's like when you say
sorry,
you're
my jerky's
vegetarian
not
and they're
good
like,
enough for you?
excuse me.
Oh, you're back to that shit?
Meat not gonna. No, not yet, but I ain't gonna get back to
Then why'd you say vegetarian?
it. Because you haven't seen the thing where like the video where the guy makes fun of like, what if vegans were like, what if meat eaters were like vegans? It's like, excuse me, I only eat things that are meat-based products.
Exactly, I
And
do.
does this salad have any meat in it? Then I do not want it.
That's pretty much me because I don't like salads.
Salad? You don't like salads?
Salads.
You see me how I eat my food. I don't have like my burger is just plain.
Do you? I don't recall this.
My burger, I have nothing but the meat and cheese.
Really? You're that? No, like ketchup, mayonnaise?
Well, I have
mustard?
ketchup,
Okay.
but I can't have ketchup inside. I don't like warm ketchup, so I put it.
Ketchup.
It has to be cold.
I'm the exact opposite. I like my ketchup warm. I hate
weird.
it cold. It tastes weird cold. Why are you gonna put your hot burger into a cold ketchup?
Because it's good.
Today on Comics After Dark, with food,
We get
It's refreshing.
To quote the Meaty Cheesy Boys. Cheese, meat, cheese, meat, and that's it.
it's like a frying Dutchman right there at In-N-Out. It's just meat, cheese, and you add spread on top of it. Fuck you then. Tiffany like, I know Tiffany's like, never mind. No, fuck you. She agreed with me. You know what? Give me the beer. You're not.
Oh, this is
You're
not going
lucky
to end
you
well.
bought this. You're
That's gonna
lucky
end
you
badly.
Bought this. He just shoves it into my knife.
I was going to.
Yeah. You could have it now.
Yeah, freedom that bitch.
So Tiffany, you read something now.
Yes, I read something else. Are we all ready for it?
Yes, y'all ready for this? This is our podcast, and this is why we shouldn't have alcohol on the podcast.
What are you talking about?
We're
We're
totally.
not even
Beer isn't gonna affect
buzzed.
any of the three of us.
Yeah.
You're the one like with the sleepy eyes right now or slurring over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look here, Noah.
That was awesome.
Anyway,
Wait, what did you read?
Coyotes, number 4. If I pronounce that right, whatever, I don't care. Fuck you.
Coyotes número 4.
I'm really enjoying this comic because it has to do with like the Mexican myth and stuff, and it is based in Mexico, and pretty much like they found out that there's a lab creating these
Creatures.
coyotes.
Coyotes.
Yeah. And they're pretty much getting the prisoners and having the coyotes like bite them, or they either inject them with the serum to make them as the monsters that they are.
It's like a werewolf essentially.
Kind of.
Without the moon effect on it.
Yeah.
Or something? Okay.
But they become like giant, abnormal
Fucking creatures.
and they only hunt women, Mexican women. So they can't even go out at night, and they can't even they can't go anywhere because they're afraid that these things will get them. But there's this group of women who pretty much defeat these monsters, and this is all they've done all their lives, centuries. It's and then they always have to find that one person that's gonna be
the savior,
the hero, the one that's the one.
Yeah.
So they find this little girl, and she's pretty much a badass because earlier her mom was killed by one of these demons. Well, no, her mom is gone missing.
Yeah.
They took her away, but they killed off her grandmother.
Yeah.
They also killed off her friend that also sacrificed her eye for her.
Did that happen in issue 3, or is this all in issue 4 still?
No, they're still talking about it. She's not fully dead, but she is dying. She's bleeding out.
Oh, okay.
So they go into the lab and they kill off all the prisoners who have been injected with the serum. And they find the main one that's all pretty much in charge of it, but he has been locked up. They've been using him to create these monsters, but one of them lets him go, lets him be freed. So he goes into the prison and kills off all these prisoners himself, and he's all like, well, I'm only doing this because I'm getting revenge from, he has a lighter, so he's gonna burn you.
Continue.
Don't continue.
Light
Go
on
ahead.
fire.
I'm gonna put
Light
this
him-
on you so you light yourself on fire. We're having too much fun on the side. Stop.
This is not flammable.
You can't prove that.
Really?
Oh God!
Do it with all the equipment.
Give me the kryptonite back. He took my kryptonite.
I threw it over there.
Be my kryptonite.
Where's the kryptonite?
Look, I'll be by your side with my superhero.
Here, give it me.
My kryptonite.
You won't get it till you guys behave.
Why?
You're on
It's
timeout.
him.
Why?
It's
That's on
him.
timeout.
It's him.
Why?
What? No.
Tattletale, bitch.
Bitch. Slut.
You slut.
She almost shanked him with a fucking bottle cap.
Wildcat won't do anything.
So they
but
went to
chicken's trash.
they went to the prison to
Yeah,
kill everybody.
and the main coyote went to kill all the prisoners and the people who created the lab as vengeance, and he goes one-on-one against the girl. And the girl's all like, come on, I'll take you on right now. She's like, I'm gonna let you slide right now because for whatever is happening right now, but I will be back and get you. So later on, she's like, even the wise women, they're all old, but when they go into battle, they form into these freaking creatures. Like one becomes huge and bulky, and the other one becomes like a demon.
Yeah.
So it's very crazy, this story, but it ends to where the one is gonna go back to her town and pretty much create her own team with more women on their side to defeat these monsters.
Is the art good at this?
The art is really good on this.
I didn't
It's so
read
good.
issue 4. I read
What do you compare it to if you could? Like a mainstream comic?
I don't know if you compare it.
It's
'cause
pretty much his own thing, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to check it out.
If it loads, but
Oh, cops are coming for Mike for trying to assassinate me with a
No,
bullet.
the cops are coming because you're being a little bitch.
You being a little hoe.
but it'll come up soon. But that's what I've read.
That's awesome.
So it's a good read.
I want to read it.
Read it. You have the.
How do you pronounce it, Matt?
Coyote.
You have access to it. So
Wait, why was that a surprise?
About it. Say sandwich.
Say something in Italian.
Say sandwich.
Say something in
Say
Italian.
sandwich.
Alfredo. God damn it. All
it's
right.
a pasta thing, sauce, isn't it?
It's awesome.
I wanted him to say sandwich.
I said it.
sauce.
Alfredo.
Yeah, he liked that white sauce.
Have you ever had it on a Domino's pizza?
No.
Dude, Domino's has Alfredo sauce, and what you
I
do
feel like
is...
that's weird because I'm
No,
used
no,
to
hear
seeing
me
having
out.
pizza with.
Actually, the
Hear
chicken
me out,
Alfredo
dude.
pizza.
Hear me out, dude. Fucking, you get it with Italian sauce, and then you throw chicken on that shit. And if you
I
want
like the
maybe
barbecue
like
chicken
olives,
pizzas.
now
They're so
try
good. The one from
onions.
Yard House.
Try that. Well, yeah, but this, it doesn't cost $30 to buy.
It wasn't $30.
It's expensive.
It was like
at Yard
$20.
House.
But
Okay, well, if you
it
want a
was
six-
amazing. It
well, if you
was
want a
amazing. So
$6
I have no
pizza-
regrets.
You want a $6 pizza that's delicious?
What is this, Caesars?
Get a Alfredo pizza from Domino's with chicken, olives. If you want.
No.
I just had Domino's and I was very unpleased with it.
You said olives.
Yeah.
Olives are disgusting.
What? Well, okay, Little Caesars or Domino's?
I'd rather take Little Caesars than Domino's.
Fuck that. Domino's crust is
And their
bomb.
deep dish with the bacon.
The only way I'm getting a Little Caesars pizza is only if I get it with crazy crust on it. Crazy crust is shit.
But
Actually,
I just had this Friday, and it's I wasn't
Their barbecue pulled pork.
Oh, I don't eat pork.
because usually I'll have 5 or 6 slices from the pizza, but then I only had 2 because I was dissatisfied. But I didn't pay for it,
There you go.
and it was free. So you'd think free would be better, but it wasn't this time.
Did you avoid the Noid?
Patrick, apparently you and Mike conquered something this
Everybody's done? Because Mike and I.
Well, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
week. I was about to do the same thing, I swear to God.
Whoa.
You ready, Mike?
I didn't read it.
Yeah, but
I'm watching it.
so I read a bunch. I read a bunch of stuff this week that I was considering talking about. I read new comic called Motherlands from Vertigo, which maybe I'll come back to when there's a couple more issues.
Oh, I read that. That was
Bounty
really
Hunters.
good.
Yeah. So
That was from Spirit too.
Oh, was it? Fuck. What issue are we on?
We're on one.
Okay,
I
I'll
can
pick
give
it
you a
up.
little bit. It's
Don't do it.
no, nothing.
No. I
Oh,
He
you want to
loves
read it?
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I
won't tell you
love
anything.
Spirit.
Okay, and then I read.
Let
some
me
of
just
the,
ask this. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I read some of the new DC books that came out, like The Silencer and Damage. But I think I'll wait till I think they're doing 6.
Oh, you read
New?
Damage? I want to pick
This
that
week's
up
my
too.
battery.
Yeah, I think I'll wait until they release issue 1 of all of them, and then we'll.
See what
Because I was thinking about covering those because I started buying these Robotechs, but I missed.
Brian
Hold on.
Wood writes it?
Hold on, oh yeah, we'll get there. Hands off. Don't get your paws off
Isn't
there.
there a toy called Robotech
Yeah,
as well? The ones that vibrate and move around?
This toy?
Yeah. No, but it was mainly the
the
companies
mechs.
made. Yeah.
the mechs.
Oh yeah, the
Max.
depth perception. I was like, why isn't he giving it to me? Patrick's like, and I'm like, why is
So-
it giving?
This isn't brand new because they're on issue 6 right now. But
Neither is this toy.
I hadn't started
Well,
reading it
kinda new.
because I was missing number 3.
Yeah.
So
It's
I was-
also missing a
Hey
thumb.
Matt. Hey yo Matt. It's my turn. Shh.
Listen to thumb.
Take away his
Oh
beer.
yeah, because we've done it with everyone
Mike.
else. Mike, he meant kill you. Don't do it.
So, and then all of a sudden this week, issue 3 came in the mail because I had to get it off eBay. And so I finally sat down and read it because I didn't read anything online about it. I'm like, okay, they're making more Robotech. So Mike will help me fill in this part. Robotech was a cartoon we watched when we were kids.
Fuck yes.
What year did it come out?
80s.
80s.
So they took what
There's
they wanted to do.
2 variations, pretty much.
Yeah, they took. So in order to put a cartoon on in America, you had to have 80 to 100 episodes because they showed them every day.
Yeah.
So they wanted to take a Japanese anime and play it in the U.S., but it didn't have enough episodes.
No,
the first one only had 30s.
It's like
so they
Speed
grabbed,
Racer.
Yeah, so they grabbed
Pretty much.
3 different unrelated animes and rewrote them
And put him in Robotech.
when they dubbed it so that they tied in and made it one show that spans 3 generations.
Yep.
And I was addicted to this thing because when I was a kid, I grew up on Transformers
Yep.
and G.I. Joe.
Yep.
And this was kind of combined those elements, but unlike Transformers and G.I. Joe, where no one ever dies, except in the Transformers movie when Optimus died, but they brought it back.
Yeah.
Floppy disk.
People died in Robotech.
Fuck yeah,
it
left
blew
and
my
right.
mind. Main characters get killed off in a little kid's cartoon. Because at that age, I didn't know that this was something they brought
Yeah.
over from I didn't know what an
Japan.
anime was.
Yeah.
Just I'm watching and I'm like, Roy Focker's the coolest guy ever.
And dies.
And he's dead. What? And
So it was like the Game of Thrones of animation.
yes.
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 Especially
very
during
much
that,
so,
especially in Robotech, it's
everybody dies.
you love this motherfucker, dead.
and they die early too.
Yeah.
So they've done comics and books and games and expanded
Mangas
on
and
it. They've done
everything.
all kinds of stuff. So when this came out, I'm like, okay, cool. I wonder where they're going to stick this in the timeline because you could put a comic in between the first story and the second story because there's a 20-year gap there, right? But I didn't touch it because I knew I was going to sit down and want to read everything. So
I still need to read it now, so I didn't figure out.
you're going to leave with these today. Don't worry. So the story is.
Guess what, buddy? You're gonna read them.
Yes.
The story is an alien ship crashes to Earth on a unmanned island, right?
Oh,
and then
wow.
Wait, real quick. Can you lift up your mic a little bit more? You sound a little echoey. There we go.
So the story goes like this.
You can do it. It ain't gonna bother me.
The ship lands on an island, right? And over the next 10 years, while they try to repair the ship and learn from the technology in the ship, this town builds up around it.
Yeah.
Obviously, because like people have to come in to work there, so then their families come, and it's called Macross Island. It takes them 10 years. They learn what they call robotechnology from it, and they build these ships that. Do you remember Jetfire, or sometimes called Skyfire from the Transformers?
Yeah.
He was basically it's that design.
Yeah,
They ripped it
pretty
off
much.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they all look like that, and they have these ships, the like jets, transform into
A mech suit.
giant mech, right? So at the 10-year mark, don't even get your paws off there.
I just wanna
They're not in bags and boards. You can't touch.
I just wanted to see
I'll
who
show
made
you.
it.
Okay, all right. Don't open it. Don't want to spoil any surprises for Mike.
Go ahead, continue.
So, on the 10-year, around 10 years, they're ready to launch the ship into space and go off, and they have this big, like, they're doing kind of like a Blue Angels air show with the mechs.
Yes.
The coolest guy in the world, his name is Roy, is like the leader of the Skull Squadron. And then his half brother just shows up to like see him in this little stupid ship, this little tiny, his own little like jet.
Robotech.
And he kind of gets sucked. He's like the main character. He's not even supposed to be there.
I'm supposed to be.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And the story goes that as soon as they turn it on, the enemies of whoever crashed the ship
them now, basically.
Picked it up.
show up. Yeah, they show up in space, and the ship fires on them automatically, and that's what kicks this whole thing off.
Yeah.
So what they try to do is they say we need to get this ship out of here because this whole town's in danger. So they do a space fold that's supposed to take them to Pluto, but unfortunately, what they don't realize is it creates this giant bubble around the ship, and it takes the town with them into space, and they move the town into like this empty bay in the ship. So they're stuck out at Pluto, and when
great.
All right, so and they say we need to fold back to Earth, but they realize that the fold engine disappeared during the fold, so they have to fly back to Earth, and that's what kicks the whole story off, right? That's the anime, that's the cartoon that we watched when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So I get this comic and I sit down, I'm like, all right, let's see when this story takes place.
Yeah.
And I open to page 1, and it shows the ship crashing to Earth. I'm like,
No.
interesting. So they're just, and as I'm reading it, like some of the dialogue's different.
Yeah.
They're just retelling the story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, which the cartoon version came out as a comic book when it was on, and it was like this art was the same. And this was, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. They updated the dialogue, they updated everybody's look, but they're just retelling the story. And I get through the first issue, and it's almost exact.
Right.
And then I'm reading like the interview with the creators in the back, and they basically are saying like, oh, we're going to change a few things, a few minor things. But then they make this comment that like, if you were a fan of what J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek, you're going to like this. So I read issue 2, and I read issue 3, and like nothing's really changing. I'm like, I don't know, that Star Trek thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then and so even though these came out a while back, the trade comes out I think next week. So I figured it's a good time to cover it. So the first arc's coming out in the trade, and on the last page of the 4th issue, and I don't want to spoil it for Mike, everything changes. I'm like, oh. They're starting off down the exact same road that's super familiar. Everything's
made
the
a nice
same,
left-hand turn.
and then all of a sudden, this one change will change the whole story. And I was just like, I put it down and went, oh, you got me. Because I totally didn't see it come. I'm just like, all of a sudden, like one character is just kind of like, I'm going to go over here and check this thing. I'm like, that's weird. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And I turn the page and see what happens. I'm like,
oh, shit.
and of course it's like the last panel, so it's like, well, maybe they didn't really do that.
Yeah.
So you go to the next issue and you read it, and you get about halfway through and go, oh, they did. They really did.
This is a Titans comic too.
I am
So this
so
is something
hooked.
that's like.
So is this the first that's been in comic form, or there's been
They've done
previous?
comic forms before, but they were in universe of the old story or just a direct adaptation, which apparently they're going to start a second series later this year where they retell the old story exactly how it happened, but with like updated art and dialogue. But this one, you think it's starting off the same, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it'd be like if they're like, hey, we made a Star Wars comic, and you're reading it and everything's the same, and in the last panel, Obi-Wan kills Darth Vader, and you're like, well, this changes everything.
Oh, fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because when our business appropriated use Slack,
It's not true. We literally have a column that says random. Tell me that's fucking business. Go on, Mike.
that is business.
Yeah,
Random business.
random business. Girl Scout cookies, stuff like that.
That's business.
Yeah, selling Girl Scout cookies, you dick.
Anyways,
Hey,
Mike,
we're
you're
being
gonna love this
supportive
series.
to the Girl Scouts
Yeah.
that is giving us food.
Yeah.
That's business.
Be supportive of your community.
Business.
Yeah, support us by going to RattHaus Apparel. Click on that link and support us, please.
No, but
Dilly.
when Patrick said, "Hey, there's Robotech comics," I'm like, and I literally stopped what I was doing, playing a video game. I'm like,
Start watching it again.
I'm gonna fucking watch this anime again.
I've
While playing the video game?
Yeah.
A split screen.
Dude, I bought that show so many times.
TV, laptop.
I bought the whole series on DVD, 21 discs. Then they came out later. They released them again as like not on Blu-ray, but it was like
HD.
almost HD. It was like we cleaned them up,
Yeah.
so it was like remastered. I bought them again. Then I got tired of putting the discs in because I'm so lazy that I bought them on iTunes, so I could just have them on Apple TV and just hit play next. So when this came out, I was like, dude, this means I'm gonna start watching the show again. So I'm gonna watch it with you.
Oh, dude.
You have to tell me how many episodes you're in.
By the way, Brian Wood is the one that's writing it. He's the guy that did DMZ, and he was the one that was in charge of Star Wars when it was on the Dark Horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I read all of that.
Yeah,
Loved
this is great. I was mad that it got canceled.
They're doing action figure variants, which are my Achilles heel.
So you have the original. So is this gonna be like an ongoing series, or is it gonna be limited?
Well, the show had close to 100 episodes. And since they varied already, they're not matching episode per episode. They could go on forever. And even when they finised the Macross Saga,
Oh, not that one.
I
said
all right,
kill the
guys, check
music.
us
I
out
didn't
on
say
social
play the
media.
theme. I
To be continued.
You know, they could really. I think that they could go as long as they want with this, as long as people buy it, because
dude.
there's so much to tell. It would probably take 50 issues to
Canceled
just do
after
Macross.
12. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I'd be
but
sad.
Robotech is like one of the most popular.
beloved.
It's a Titan comic though, so I mean, it shouldn't get canceled because it's not like where it'd be like, oh, we released Batman, and it's like, oh, well, it's like really underselling. Shit, well, we need to try to reinvent Batman. Like with Titans, they're really indie and they're really good at like, we want to finish the story. That was the same people that put out Norman. Do you remember the serial killer
Yeah.
comic?
Are they still putting that out?
No, because Norman was technically a trade paperback, and I think it was a French dude that was putting it out. And then they had graphic novels of it, and then they switched over to.
They'll make plenty of money off of this because of all the variant covers.
Variants equal nothing on money, dude. You have to assume
Robotech fans? Robotech fans
Yes,
might buy them
true.
all. Dude.
gotta buy them all, it's you and me. Robotech is my destiny. Yes, I did it. It's called improvisation. Learn it. Continue.
Rick kind of looks like. I mean, he kind of looks like
Learn it, live
Ash
it,
grown
eat
up.
it.
Ash grows up and starts flying jets instead of catching Pokemon.
By the way, real quick.
Pokemon?
Shameless plug. Listen to Dan Fogler's 4D experience with Seth Green. It is amazing.
Oh shit!
It is-
It's such a random tangent that they go
God.
on.
Oh no,
It's
it was
awesome.
so
awesome.
good. So good. And they talk about like Seth Green going to Lucas Lucas Ranch and like working with them on working on all three of the robot chickens is great. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Check it out.
All I want to say I left on this is that if you grew up with Robotech and you love it, you'll love this. If you've never read Robotech,
You'll
perfect
love
starting
it anyway.
point
Oh, yeah.
because
No,
you
it
don't
is
need to
perfect.
know the old show at all. They retell everything.
Everything.
Did the art like exactly mimic the way it was in the show? or not at all?
No, because it was like 80s artwork for the cartoon. It looked like G.I. Joe and Transformers. So, well, no, it looked like anime, but
still.
of
Like
that time.
Sailor Moon.
Fail.
And then the art, like the characters don't,
Sailor Moon.
the characters
more
don't
like
look exactly the same, but they look close enough that if
They
you
just
watch
look
the show, you
cleaner
know who they
and
are.
newer.
You can totally tell that's Lisa
Yeah.
Hayes and Claudia, Roy.
Claudia.
All,
I don't
all
know
your
who
favorites
these
are
people
back.
Claudia.
All of them.
Claudia.
All of them.
Dude, and the best is the letters section, like in the 4th issue when they change everything, you know, because the letters are written from a few issues before, and
Yeah.
one
Like,
guy's just
just
like,
right.
I love that you're sticking to the story exactly the way it happened, and their comment was, are we?
Well, are we?
All right, you guys, make sure to go
good.
ahead and follow us on all social media, Comics After Dark. Find us also at
now you want me to-
RATTHAUS.net.
Watch out for the Invid.
I mean,
They're coming.
Upcoming.
A bit of it.
Dilly dilly, motherfuckers.
Dilly dilly.
I'm your host,
Stupid
Sam
Micronians.
A bit of it.
Mike Padilla.
I
Guys,
like that feeling, huh?
guys, there's only so
Guys.
much time.
Guys.
I'm your host, Sam There's Matt Rat.
And Mike.
Mike Cronian. Tiffany. Sorry,
Tiffany.
I talked over you. I'm Patrick. I can't stop talking about Robotech.
Alcohol's not good.
Robotech.
I don't know.
Robotech.
Alcohol.